So cops confiscated 784 dildos from Diddy's place, as well as 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
You had a pallet of baby oil? Dude.
And then I've been seeing these memes everywhere. You know those Japanese game shows where they like make the stairs all slippery with soap and water?
Oh my
and they have
God.
those guys in the plastic suits trying to call them? It's like, I've been seeing videos of that with cops trying to get into Diddy's house. And it's
I think I have seen one of those, actually. I have seen one of those. I didn't know it was a reference. I didn't hear the thing about the baby oil.
Well,
needs to take a step back.
Jelly Roll has said this, and I was trying to think of where I got it from. This brings us into today's episode, okay?
We want to start
Here, let me... Welcome back to 307 Reacts.
Sponsored not by Pepsi.
Not by Pepsi.
If we'd have a lot more subscribers.
Speaking of, we were talking about PD. I don't know how much in the beginning is going to get edited out, but we'll figure it out.
Something will happen.
So we were talking about P Diddy and how like we're really glad that that's whatever, and how money can corrupt. And I think Jelly Roll put it perfectly. Money doesn't corrupt people; it just brings to light who they truly are.
That's fair.
And so,
that's fair.
You know,
if you're corrupt at your core,
if you're corrupt and into crazy shit, that's who you are. But like money now makes that accessible.
Money makes it accessible. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now you have the access to be able to
do all the crazy
fund
things.
all of your weird, terrible, intrusive thoughts and get away with it. Honestly, because something happens, you get in trouble. Oh well, now I've got a bunch of money to hire lawyers that can get me off for this shit because those lawyers have gotten other people off on these crazy, difficult cases, and I can just pay my way out of things. And yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't know Jelly said that, but that's a really good point.
Yeah, somebody did an interview and they asked him, do you feel like you've changed now that you've made a lot of money? And he goes, no, I feel the same. He goes, I think money just brings to light who you really are. And he goes, and I was a piece of shit before. He goes, but that's because I was having to struggle. Like I'm a good person at heart, but like having the money and actually not having to struggle and be a piece of shit allows me to be who I actually am.
Yeah, I can actually pay for things that I have to having to be sketchy about shit and like
not having to sell drugs.
I was gonna say deal drugs or like just get money in shady ways, selling shit you shouldn't be selling, getting into things, investing in things you shouldn't be investing in, that kind of thing. Anyways, so on the screen it's Jelly Roll, Dead End Road from Twisters, the album. This is the official music video. We were going to watch the other one that we had pulled up. Can't remember the name of it.
Leave the Lights On?
Leave the Lights On. Man, you're good at remembering those. But that one didn't have a music video, so we kind of went back and it was like, you know what, this one's got a video. It's a little more interactive, so we'll watch the video instead. Yeah. I have not seen the new Twister movie.
I haven't either.
Chris has not seen it either, so you guys are going to have to fill us in a little bit. I mean, I've seen the old one, and I don't know if this is a direct... I don't think it's a direct recreation of it. But then again, I know like nothing about it. So fill us in the comments of what you know without spoiling anything.
Knowing Jelly Roll, it's probably a modern take on the old one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But I don't. We're not. We're
all
just
I know
speculation.
is I saw a silver second-gen Dodge. And this looks like Oklahoma.
And it looks like they have, what's the robot that they put, the Dorothy or whatever, that they put in the back of the thing. It looks like they have that in the back of there, just in the one little clip we saw.
The wind thing.
The wind thing with the little things that fly out and do the thing. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to the channel. We appreciate you being here. We are a reaction channel. We stop during our reactions every now and then, and sometimes we get off on tangents.
And it is a Monday. We're prone to tangents.
And we just watched a Fail Army video. If you guys haven't seen that one, it released yesterday, and it has got things happen quick.
Things happen.
I mean, right off the bat in that video. So if you're looking for some entertainment, just kind of some mindless entertainment, check that one out. In the meantime, let's get rolling with this one and let's see what it's all about.
I like that.
Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. It's Jelly Roll, and it's going to be amazing. So let's see. Oh, I love it already.
Oh, it's not second gen. It's a fourth gen.
I was gonna say it's it's like a newer one.
Bullhorns, let's go.
I'm just a blood stain, folded hands,
hell yeah.
Milligrams, I can't find the brakes. I'm hiding from the sun, devil riding shotgun. God knows I'm a crash and burn. Cause that highway to hell is the road I'm on. I need to turn around before I'm too far gone. I'm never gonna make.
Now, if I remember correctly, I think that is actually Jelly Roll's truck. It seems like I seen a clip of him, and he owns a silver Dodge. That is that same fucking everything.
I can see him driving something like that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't have the bull horns on it
Sure,
and stuff.
yeah.
I'm sure it was dressed up for the video, but
That is a badass truck, though. I like it. And
dude, they are nice.
Dude, I love the feel of this, man. I love just the,
Yeah.
like, it's kind of got that southern rock kind of feel to
Yeah.
it, just cruising down a prairie road. And like,
There's something I told Matt a while back. I was like, I want to do this country cover, and it has these drums. And I said, just imagine you're like cruising down a dirt road at 60. That's the kind of drum you feel, right? And he's like, oh, so like and he kind of mouthed it, right? And I was like, yeah, that's the one.
That one.
Like,
Yep.
Same vibe.
It's a great vibe. I love the guitars have like they're distorted, but it's not like real heavy distortion. It's like that like bluesy overdrive distortion. I like it, man. It's got a really good vibe to it.
God, that drone.
Oh, there's the old Dodge.
3rd gen.
I'm a redlining low life and anything but law-abiding feels too good to quit. I'm running off the edge. They say I'm just a wreck, digging me deeper than sick. 'Cause that highway to hell is the road I'm on. I need to turn around before I'm too far gone. I'm never gonna make it on them streets of gold. I gotta quit living on a dead-end road.
It almost sounds like an
Damn.
electric violin.
Yeah.
It's so I don't think that it is because the second half of that solo is clearly guitar, but the first part is like you can almost hear doo-doo-doo, and then like the finger movements on the string. I don't think it is, but
Well, I have also noticed there was who the fuck was talking about it?
we're gonna listen to that again because that was cool. But
He was a studio musician, and he talked about how he saw this thing on like Pinterest like years ago, and he thought, that's stupid. I gotta have one. That'll never.
that's stupid.
That'll never make it into mainstream. And then he was like, yeah, I was in the studio, and I can't tell you who was recording that day, but like they were recording that day, and the guitarist had one, and it blew my fucking mind. But what it was is he was playing a fretless guitar, which those are out there.
Yep.
They're stupid expensive. Playing a fretless guitar, and then he had this miniature like violin bow that's made for guitars, and you just like play it like a violin, and you have the
what?
so like maybe that's what's going on. I don't know.
Dude,
But
the sound
it is
that they got,
confirmed in a professional Sony studio.
that is wild.
Yeah.
I would never think to. I mean, fretless guitar makes sense. You don't get fret buzz on a fretless guitar. It doesn't exist. So yeah, fretless guitar for like a more elegant sounding guitar piece or whatever. I've never played one. I think I've played one before, but I've never.
That is a whole different fucking thing to me.
I don't have the necessity to need to play one. Nothing that I do necessitates a fretless guitar. But I can understand how for something like that, I just would never. My brain would never put that combination
like,
together.
why wouldn't you just hook up an electric violin and throw it through a distortion pedal?
It's literally a violin with a guitar neck.
The cool thing is you can go right from that violin sounding thing right into a crunchy
With a
guitar
pick and do
piece
the
and
thing.
not like I don't know, man.
Listen to this. Give us your
Crazy.
opinion on this weird guitar violin solo sounding thing.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards it's probably just an electric guitar with an interesting distortion on it and some overdrive and some weird effects on it. But you know, when you're jelly rolling, you got access to almost anything
By the way,
your mind can come up with.
I do love the preface of the song itself. He's like, I'm on this highway to hell, and it's a dead end road, and like I need to make better choices to like, I need to turn around and get out of here.
Yeah.
And like actually go somewhere, because a dead end road doesn't take you anywhere but the dead end.
Yep. You know what's coming. You know what's there, right? And that's as far as you can go. And
I mean,
that's
if
it.
you do drugs all the time, you know what the end is. It's either prison or death. Like,
or
those
just
are usually
more
the two
drugs, which
options.
leads to one of those two things for sure.
Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like it's cool that he can take a concept that's so I don't want to necessarily say dark and grim, but it's like, here's your choice. Okay, you continue down this path and end up dead.
Yeah.
Or there's this whole other thing out here. Like, let's go do this. And he puts it into a song that just, like, gets you pumped.
Talk about a wild success story, too, man.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he's done all these things, and it came from such a humbling place.
Yeah.
Like, really what he wanted to do was sing the Grand Ole Opry. Like, that was his thing. I want to play the Grand Ole Opry. And then he did it.
Yeah.
And then he just kept
with
going
his
up from
hero
there. Yeah.
that was there. Like, he sat in the crowd and watched his hero perform and was like, I want to do that
I want to do that.
And then the first day he does, his hero sings with him. Like,
and then
tears.
That wasn't it. That was not his dead end road. He just kept going from there. Took the inspiration, and look where he's at now. He's like one of the most famous country rock artists out there right now. He's everywhere. Man. He's on Casper Radio. That's how you know you've made it. When you get onto these little small town radios that don't know anything about the mainstream music stuff, that's how you know you made it. Like,
regular rotation on the country station is pretty fucking impressive around here.
Yeah, especially considering they've been playing the same rotation for the last 40 years.
They've been playing George Jones and Jason Aldean and Florida Georgia Line. Like, that's it.
So long, dude. That's it. So to sort of find your way into that, pretty impressive. I'm just proud of the dude. All right, let's listen to this.
Quit living on a dead-end road.
That last half sounds like a keyboard, a synthesizer.
Whoa, I didn't even think about that, dude.
Right? So the first half sounds like two guitars. There's one playing a high part and one playing a low.
I can hear the transitions between the slide up and down. Yeah, we're gonna focus on this for a minute, okay? Just one more.
Oh, that's a keyboard. What gives it away is that little distortion when you hit the little fucking thing to bend it. You know how they have the little wheel?
Yeah.
That's because when you snap it back, right? When you bend it and then let go, it comes back to the other side for just a second and creates a little, like, anomaly that's in there.
I think a keyboard is a good contender.
I think that's... I'm locking in my vote.
Keyboard?
It's a keyboard, synthesizer, something like that.
I still can't decide, but synthesizer is a good contender for that. I'm not sure. Anyone that does, if you do know, if you've seen behind the footage on this, or behind the scenes footage, or studio, or anything, or if you've heard him talk about it, let us know, because I would be really interested to figure that out.
Sick solo.
It was a very, very unique sounding thing, and as a musician, it caught my ear immediately. Like, what is that? What is that noise?
As a person who records music, like, how do you replicate
How did you do that? Like, what is that thing? What have you done? I don't know. Anyways, that was great. Let's move forward.
Oh shit. Gas just got expensive.
Just went up again. Dude, they had some wild effects going on their instruments.
Sick,
like that plate reverb on the end. God. They had some wild effects in that song, man. That was good, dude. Way to go.
Like the music video was sick. The song was badass.
Yeah.
Like the instrumentation, here's the thing. You guys have probably heard the song 1,000 times. It's been out for 2 months, okay?
That's the first time I've heard it ever.
You guys have heard it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Really pick out each individual instrument and listen to it all the way through the song. It is something I have not heard in other pieces of music, probably ever.
I don't know who his engineer is, who his producer is. I'm sure I can find that out. It probably is listed in the description. But they've got some creative input for sure. And whoever his musicians are, they also are. They're creative as hell. The drums pretty basic through the whole thing, but they add the necessary like accompaniment to make everything like they have the right feel.
That's a foundation.
Southern rock, blues, like that kind of thing. They just have that nice foundational support to let everything else kind of breathe and do their own thing. And they nailed it. Like that, dude. That's the weirdest sounding plate reverb. What is that? Like those are effects that when I'm picking through something in the list and that comes up and I press a button, it's all. I'm like, oh yeah, probably not that one.
Yeah, I'll never use that.
Yeah, I just move on to the next one.
Yeah.
No. His engineer, his producer is like, yes,
that's
plate reverb set at 1,000,000 fucking whatever it is, the frequency.
Reverberations.
Yeah, and like okay, we're using that. That's what it is. That was great, dude. That was awesome. 5 out of 5, man. The music video was awesome. It looks like they took some scenes from the actual movie.
Yeah.
But then I like how they kind of incorporated it with his truck in there also at the beginning there. And then he's like in the burning gas station plant or the gas plant or whatever in there. Great, dude. Yeah. And most of that was probably AI. I don't know if it was like
probably.
I'm sure it
green
was
screen and
green screen AI digital creation stuff.
That was sick.
Killed it, man. Just goes to show. These days, like, it doesn't take a whole lot to make an amazing production.
Yeah.
And
it takes a lot of time behind the keyboard.
Yeah. It takes a lot of screen time, for sure.
Yep. Well, if you guys enjoyed today's episode as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang, and we'll reverb y'all later. Ow.
And we'll send you guys a plate later. A plate of what? Well, I don't know.
A titanium plate of reverb.
There is actually, I do have a reverb plugin in Cubase. And it has different. It's
titanium. It has
rhodium, titanium,
Rhodium's my favorite.
Silver. Yeah, has different plates in there.
Rhodium.
It's just like they're also like.
Come to think of it, the rhodium plate we used in Freebird, and we also used in the one with Carly.
Those are the KHS effects or something like that. That's a whole suite. I don't know where. I don't even know where. I don't know where I got those.